Imagine being a native leader surrounded by a government determined to take your people's land and choosing diplomacy because you believed war could cost your people even more. His name was Chief Ouray. Ouray was a prominent leader of the Ute people, born around 1833 near Taos, New Mexico. His father was of Jicarilla Apache background, and his mother was Ute. Growing up around Taos, Ouray learned Spanish and eventually English, along with his Ute language. As a young man, he wasn't simply a diplomat. He had a reputation as a capable warrior, fighting in conflicts with rival Plains tribes. But as American settlers, miners, and soldiers pushed farther into Ute territory, Ouray recognized that his people were facing a much larger force. Instead of choosing endless war, he became a negotiator. Ouray traveled to Washington, D.C. multiple times and helped negotiate agreements between Ute leaders and the United States government. In 1868, he represented Ute interests in Washington during negotiations that resulted in the Utes retaining a large reservation in Colorado. But the pressure didn't stop. In 1879, the White River Ute conflict erupted after tensions at the White River Agency. When women and children were taken captive, the U.S. government turned to Ouray. He helped negotiate their release and worked to prevent the conflict from becoming an even larger war. But there was a devastating price. By 1880, Ouray traveled to Washington again to negotiate an agreement concerning the future of the Ute people. The agreement resulted in major losses of Ute land and eventually the removal of Ute groups from much of Colorado. Ouray returned to Colorado seriously ill. He died in 1880 before seeing the full consequences of what happened to his people. Today, the city of Ouray, Colorado, and the Ouray Reservation carry his name. Chief Ouray's story isn't simply about choosing peace over war. It's about a native leader trying to protect his people while facing forces that were rapidly transforming and taking their homeland. He couldn't stop everything that happened to the Ute people, but he spent his final years trying to make sure they survived it. Chief Ouray, one of the most important Ute leaders of the 19th century,